Today's session we are taking hydroponic farming for beginners. That means hydroponic farming is a process of growing vegetables and lettuce at your home without any soil. I will show you one setup hydroponic farming for
Ye-
beginners.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So hydroponic farming is basically uh, soilless farming. In that we are going to grow plant in a medium is water with nutrition and mineral are added in water a fixed quantity, so there is no need of any soil. And because of dependency of soil is 100% eliminated, this technology can be placed anywhere. No need of placing this system on ground. So this hydroponic farming is one of the best farming technology in world, where we can grow plant anywhere. As you know, there is always a scarcity of land for growing the vegetable, and dependency of monsoon is there. Some climatical condition are also responsible for growth of a vegetable. Sometime our vegetable completely grow and monsoon is not there. At that time, lack of water, the vegetable get destroyed. Again, sometime there is a heavy rain is there. So in heavy rain, again the crop is going to destroy. So to controlling all variable parameter like heavy wind speed, heavy sunlight, then availability of water, the minerals, the we can use different type of fertilizer. So all are invariable component for farming. So to overcome all that, we go for hydroponic farming. So in hydroponic farming, there is some rules and there is some SOP. That means a standard operating procedure. So when we follow that SOP, we can grow any vegetable in our house, in your terrace, or in you can again this farming can be grow at greenhouse concept, polyhouse concept. So growing that vegetable is a technique, and today we are going to learn what is the variable and how we can control all this for growing vegetables. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will show. Okay. Today in presentation, the basic outline of today's topic is chapter number 1. What is hydroponic farming? First, we learn what is hydroponic farming. Then the benefit and downside of hydroponic. Third chapter, hydroponic system. Fourth one is hydroponic grow media. Which media we are going to use to grow vegetables. Fifth topic is hydroponic nutrients guide. Which type of nutrients is needed for plant and how we can check which type of nutrient is needed for different crop, because each and individual crop need a different type of nutrients. Then there is grow lights are there, because we are going to grow plant inside. So you know each and every plant need light for photosynthesis. So we are going to generate artificial light with controlled manner to grow our plant. So we know about grow light, then hydroponic plants, what grow and where to grow. Then eighth chapter start a hydroponic garden. You can start your hydroponic garden in house from small to big size. Then we conclude all the sessions. So today we are going to conduct 9 chapter. Outline of 9 chapter I will explain in you shortly. And now we move ahead. Planting wisdom. The law of gardening is a seed once sown that never dies. So gardening is a art. If you are interested in gardening, then hydroponic is one of the best methodology for you to grow different vegetables, and you can feel very fresh and healthy when you are joining hydroponic farming at your home. So what is hydroponic farming? Before starting, I want to know the student who had joined this session. Already all detail are shared with you. So first, I want to know what you know about hydroponic farming. You should explain whatever you read or you see in a YouTube video or Google. So one by one, all students should explain before starting hydroponic. I want to know what you know about hydroponic farming. Okay, unmute yourself and one by one individual can explain what you understand from hydroponic farming. Please. Darshan is there. Please unmute and explain me. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I understood from the hydroponics farming is hydroponics farming can be used means when we shift means when our earth is going to disrupt after some billion years, so we can use that on Mars and that. And some lands are some lands are like that where the soil is not having the proper nutrients or some things that we need to grow the crop, so we can use the hydroponics farming there for farming on that
Perfect.
lands.
Perfect. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Diya Srivastav is there. Please explain what you learn or understand about hydroponic farming. Please.
Yes, sir. Hydroponic farming is a way in which you can skip soil and you can add your minerals to grow fruits and vegetables, and it is much more effective and uh, it uses less time than the traditional method of our farmings.
Right.
And it is very useful for today's time as we are conserving water and there is a shortage of our resources, so it is much more useful to shift to hydroponic farming from a traditional method.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Anyone else can explain about a little bit about hydroponic farming?
Good evening, sir. Myself, Vaishnavi Verma.
Right.
Hydroponic farming is an agricultural technique where the plants are grown in a nutrient solution in the absence of soil. Examples of plants grown hydroponically can include strawberries, tomatoes, and etc. And hydrophonically grown food hydrophonically grown food is occurs it appears earlier than the soil grown ones,
Right.
and the plants grow faster, and the plants can be grown where the traditional farming is not possible.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Thank you. That means you already study about hydroponic farming. So it is better understand the further technology in detail. We are going in detail with the hydroponic technology. Okay. So here is the definition of hydroponic farming. Okay, in that you can see multiple vegetables are going to produce in hydroponic farming. It is 100% chemical less. You heard about organic farming. In organic farming also we are dependency on soil and some microorganism or infection or chemicals are used in that farming technology. But hydroponic farming is beyond organic farming, in that we are not going to use any chemicals. The nutrients which we are use, it is made from neem, lime, or different organic components. So you may have heard the word hydroponic so many times. The media surely has popularized the method of growing plant, but what is the true meaning and how did hydroponic evolve through history? So definition of hydroponic farming is given here. Hydroponic is a Greek term made from two words. Hydro means water and pons means labor, and hence working water is the raw meaning. That means it complete hydroponic means working with water only, though there is no use of soil in that. To put simple, hydroponic is a method of growing plant without soil. Plants are grown in a soilless medium. We will know about it below and come into contact with the nutrients in the water for their growth. So any plant need some basic thing in that the plant need water for their growth. Plant need the light to photosynthesis effect to generate flowers and food. And last but most important is nutrients. If you are not giving proper nutrients to plants, then the growth of plants is very slow. So in this hydroponic mechanism, we are providing artificial light, then we providing water as a medium, and last we are going to give plant controlled nutrients. If you give plant more nutrients, then over nutrients will also kill the plant. And if you go for low nutrients, then low nutrients also stop the growth of the plant. So in detail we are going to learn today's session. So this you can see one hydroponic plant is stabilized at your village, where they are growing different types of lettuce, and some palaks are there. They are growing cherry tomato. They are growing different leaf-based vegetables. They have multiple production of hydroponic plants, and now they are supplying a nature basket for Pan Mumbai. So it is a very good business in coming future. This is the plant is located at Yaur village, Thane, and there is a total hilly environment is there. In that environment, they are creating one poly house. In that poly house, they control temperature, they control humidity, and they control nutrients in plant. So very good plants are there. If you want to visit this plant, we can arrange one short type of picnic for seeing actual hydroponic plant, how they grow and what is the advantage and limitation of that hydroponic station. So how does hydroponic work? As you know, hydroponic will work with water, nutrition and light. So it is a soil-less technology, and we are going to control all that parameter to grow vegetable in a controlled environment. Okay. History of hydroponic. The hydroponic will be start from 600 BC. Then again it will be forward with new technology and added technology. Now we are at a stage of advanced hydroponic technology, where you can grow vegetable in acres, or even you can grow hydroponic plant in small cup. So there is a no limitation of size. Whatever size you are available, in that size we can grow the plant. So it is a very ancient technology. Now we are at advanced stage. One of the best example of hydroponic farming that you know better, and everyone I think have hydroponic farming in their house. That is a money plant. Money plant, you can just take one stain of a money plant and you pour into bottle, and just to fill water, what bottle fill with the water, and you see the money plant will be grow, and it will be show you very good improvement. We are not using any soil in money plant. So money plant is one of the best example. Second example is you see about bamboo. Short bamboo shoots are there, and you can place only in water. So bamboo also doesn't need any soil to grow. So these are the basic hydroponic farming we are using in our home. The benefit and downside of hydroponic farming. So there is always some benefit with some disadvantage of any system. So now we see the benefit and disadvantage. The benefit and downside of hydroponic farming. Before we dive into the detail of hydroponic, it is important to know about the pros and cons of the soilless cultivation method. Why is it a viable solution for future agriculture farming when the soil growing is still in place? So there is a one question. We are having soil based agriculture, then why we move towards hydroponic farming? So hydroponic farming come up with several obvious benefit that the soil cannot compared. The soil based farming is never being compared with hydroponic farming. So because of that, we are now in current day, we are using hydroponic farming to grow vegetables. Let's see better grow rate. It has in calculated grow rate. In soil based farming, you are never calculate when you pour the seed, and at exact what date you are going to get that vegetable 100% grow. But when you are going for hydroponic farming, in that there is a cycle for some lettuce, that is a lolo rosso, butterhead, and some other lettuce. When you put one seed in a grow cube, then exactly 45 days will take to grow that complete lettuce which is consumed. So here the day, you know the date when you are going to take and consume that vegetables. In a soil base, there is always variables. Then size of the plant, quality of the plant is always different in soil base, because control mechanism is very less. But in hydroponic system, it is 100% calculated technology, in that seeding on grow cube for day one, it will 100% grow in 45 days cycle, and the whole batch will be remain same. So color, their taste, and their size is 100% same in hydroponic farming. Now, it is not uncommon to see that hydroponically grown plants then enjoying 20 to 30% better rate than those in the soil. So the production quality and production rate also increase by 20 to 30% in hydroponic farming. That means if in soil-based farming, if you grow 100 kg, then same effort we can put in hydroponic farming. At that time, we get 130 kg. Then that means 30 kg more vegetable you can cultivate in hydroponic farming. This is because the plant root directly contact with the nutrients rather than searching for food in the soil. What is the reason behind that? In that the plant root are directly contacted in water, and calculated amount of nutrients is there in water. So the root of the plant doesn't searching for their food in soil. So there is a very easy way to grow plant, because all things are dissolved in water. All of this energize will be instead of consuming in the grow, and in producing fruits and flowers. So this is the main advantage of hydroponic farming. Now we see there is a potential downside of hydroponic. So what is the disadvantage or downside of hydroponic farming? Now we can see here. Initially expense upon starting. So initial cost of setup hydroponic farming is very high than traditional farming, which is done on soil base. You are sure to make some investment to get the necessary equipment for the system, including a hydroponic air pump, timer, light, air filter, fan, container, grow media, nutrients, etc. So in a system of hydroponic farming, there is basic need of some equipment. So cost of equipment at initial stage is a little bit high, but once you set up your system, then it will give you a very good yield on the basis of production. And second, technical knowledge and experience is needed to grow hydroponic farming. For that, you should go for a proper training. So there is a proper training needed to grow plant. If you are not technically sound and you can change or the nutrients level, if you are going to change, then it will affect on the production. So technically you should sound related to hydroponic farming, and you should always have good knowledge and multiple visit at different location. You should connect with some mentor who had working in hydroponic plant for last 20 years. So under their guidance, you are able to grow the different plants in your house. So it is a technological based farming process where initial stage you need some investment and you need some training on that. So these only some downside of hydroponic farming. I am not saying that is a downside or disadvantage. It is a process and technology based. So always whenever we need something better, we should invest and we should learn about that technology thoroughly. Okay. Then we come with the hydroponic system. In hydroponic technology, there is a multiple systems are there, multiple technology for different types of flower and lettuce and plants. So now we go one by one for different types of hydroponic farming and how they are different with each other. Okay. There is a basically 6 type of hydroponic system. The first step to starting your first hydroponic garden is choosing a suitable system. So whenever you go for a hydroponic system, first you select which type of plant you need to grow, and for that plant which type of hydroponic system is needed. Okay, there are many different type of hydroponic system. We can see in the next slide the wicks system. You see here a water tank is below the grow tray, and in grow tray we had placed some porous grow medium, and behind that we see a fish tank like construction, and we place some porous wicks in water, and a air pump is needed to give oxygen and air to roots. So what is happening in this system? This system is considered the most simple type of hydroponic system. As the name means, this type work by pumping the nutrients solution from the reservoir up to plant via a capillary movement like a wicks into the growing medium of the grow tray. So you can see here there is a grow tray. Some plants are here, and this grow medium is connected with some wicks which can having capillary action. And here we are using water tank. In that we place some nutrients, and air pump is there to make rich with oxygen. So what is happening? The wicks will take all nutrients from water tank, and grow medium will be always wet in condition, and plant will directly take nutrients from this grow medium. So this is a wick type of system, and very simple, easy, and you can easily grow using some bottles and some jute material. So it is one of the simple method of growing hydroponic plant at your home. It need one air pump to circulate air. Second one is the deep water culture. What is mean by deep water culture? In deep water culture is an active recovery hydroponic system. It work by hanging the net pot with the plant head by a floating styrofoam platform, so that the roots are submerged with the nutrient solution. In that, what we do in simple, just take a bathtub, pour water inside, place one air pump to circulate air inside the water, just like a fish tank. Okay, and then you put one foam sheet or thermocol top of the water and make some hole, and the cup shape of grow cube you just place in that. It means it will floating like a boat on the water, and the roots are directly connected with the water. So this is called deep water culture, because the roots are in depth in water. So they are directly taken micronutrients from their root, and a plant will be floating on water bed with the help of styrofoam sheet. So styrofoam sheet, or you can take a thermocol sheet and one bucket or fish tank. Just place one air pump. Simply deep water culture hydroponic farming you can generate. Is it simple?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You are filling in that.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir, sir, I have a doubt that you said the air pump we have to settle that in the water tank or the bucket. But I
Yeah.
want to ask, the air pumps need the electricity, or it means
Yeah, air pump need
normal?
no. Air pump need electricity. You just plug in your air pump just like a fish tank. It will create bubbles, and that bubble will help
Uh-huh.
to grow the plant. Understand?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now next one is nutrient film technology. This is one of the best technology which can be used in manufacturing of a big plant. What is happening that we see previous to, in that fixed quantity of water is there, and nutrients are there, and as a plant grow, the nutrient level will be changed. So what we are doing in next technology, that is NFT technology, in that water continuous flow through nutrient tank. Here you can see one nutrient pump is there, and second air pump is also there. Air pump, function of air pump is circulating air bubble inside the nutrients, and other nutrients pump will be take a nutrient from reservoir, and it will be poured to NFT pipe. What is happening in that continuous flow of water with nutrients is there, and in that we can measure using some instrument what is the nutrient level of a storage tank. If it is going to below the marking level, then automatic pump will run, and it will add nutrients. So what is happening in NFT technology? In NFT technology, the quantity of nutrient is always nearby constant, so plant get the perfect nutrition from flowing water. So this NFT technology is very much useful in hydroponic farming. When you go to YouTube and you search, you can always see maximum plant are based on NFT technology. Okay. EBB and flow, food and drain. This is another method of hydroponic farming. In EBB and flow method, work by using a timer to set the pump to pull the nutrient from the reservoir to the grow tray periodically. After the nutrient surrounded plant root, it drain back to the system. What is happening in that? It is a timer based technology, in that the nutrients are going to pump using nutrient supply pump based on timer. So it will flow the water in a tank for a certain period of time, and the plant will take nutrient from water, and again after some time all water will be taken back into a reservoir tank. So it is a periodically supply of rich nutrient to plant root, and it is used for just you heard about cherry, tomato, and strawberry. So where the need of some fruits are there, at that time we are go with the EBB and flow. Okay. Now drip system. You always heard about drip irrigation system, which is used in current soil based farming to save water. wastage of water. So same we are use here. One tank is there, one grow tray is there. In place of supplying nutrients from root, they are going to supply from top of the grow tray. So what is happening? It is a there is a one nutrient pump and other is a air pump. Air pump will be circulate air in the tank. Nutrient pump will take nutrient with water and just drip irrigation done on the plant root from top one. Whatever excess liquid or nutrients are there, it can be overflow and again collect in the storage tank. So here we are going to use two different pump. That is a drip irrigation system. In that we are dripping a small amount of water on the root of the plant from top one. Again, there is a one aerophonic system. In aerophonic system, we are not using reservoir tank. It is as you know, aerophonic. That means it use some sprinkler system. There is a mist nozzle is there, and a pump is stored in a bottom tank. And in this we are just spray the nutrients. We are using a spray like mechanism, and that spray will wait out the root of plant. So in this system we are using timer technology. For a particular time the nutrients are directly misted to plants, and the growth of plant is done under hydroponic farming, and that is called aerophonic hydroponic system, where we use air mist with nutrients which can directly going to touch the root of a plant. So these are the basic 6 technology. In that any NFT technology is one of the best technology, and the measure of hydroponic plant user uses NFT technology. Now we go with chapter number 4. In that, hydroponic growing media. Which type of media we are using in hydroponic farming? Darshan, you have any question? Darshan?
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
was saying that means I was having a doubt. Hmm. You showed the last one that I didn't understood.
Okay.
That aeroponics one, huh?
You can see here we take one tray. In one tray we are having grow cube, which is a place top portion, and the root are just hanging on top surface. Okay, that means simple. If you take one big jar and that jar having one lid, you just drill one hole and place the plant root inside, and that is in hanging in air. There is no water medium or any media for root to support, and behind below that we have a pump with some spray, mist spray, and as pump started it will be spray on this is a root, and it will be spray on the root for particular time, and that root will be take nutrients from direct medium of mist nozzle. You go at barber anytime for cutting your hair.
Yes, sir.
He is using one spray pump that he spray water on your hair.
Yes.
That is a mist nozzle which will create a fine particle of water. So as the barber will spray on your hair, here we are going to spray on plant root. It will be wet out, and it will take nutrients from that mist. You understand, Darshan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we are go with the growing media, hydroponic growing media. When the soil are eliminated, you need some material to hold the plant as well as transmitting moisture, nutrients, and oxygen to the plant root. What is happening? when you are not taking any 1 minute. Sorry. In hydroponic farming, if we are not using any media, then the plant will not stable. So for stability of plant in place of soil, we are using some material to hold and give support to plant for growth. As plant size is small, it will be whole, but when it will grow and take particular height, at that time plant will be bent in one side or another side. So we need some support for grow medium. So that supports are used to good aeration and draining. Does your medium hold the moisture and oxygen well? Lightweight enough to work with and carry around. It should be reusable and pH neutral. It should be always pH neutral. Anyone having question? Hello,
Yes, sir.
Aryan Patak, Darshan.
Yes. Sir, I didn't understand what do you mean by good irrigation and drainage.
Good.
Irrigation and drainage.
What is happening? We are using some medium. Some stones are we are taken. So that stone should be moist and it will easy to help for draining the water from one side to another side. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I will show you some medium. First medium is a coconut coir. You heard about coconut coir? Coconut coir is also called cocoa take or cocoa peat. It is a fine particle of coconut shell.
Sir?
Hello.
Yes, sir. I have saw the cocoa peat or means what we call that in the when means me and my father gone to take the plants. No, there was the small means
Yes.
small plants. It was having from means it was fixed in a tray, and from
Right.
downside there is a soil. Na, so cocoa peat was there.
Right. Exactly. Perfect. So, in place of soil, we are using cocoa peat. Cocoa peat itself having a nutrient value, and it will best advantage of cocoa peat is it will be remain moist for long period of time, and the evaporation rate of water in cocoa peat is very low. So, where some plant, just like cherry tomato need a cocoa peat base to grow their roots inside, and it is very porous, so plant get very easy to expand their root and grip with the cocoa peat. So cocoa peat is one of the grow medium used in hydroponic farming. Okay. Second medium is a perlite. Perlite has been widely used to add aeration to the soil by traditional gardener for so long. But this material is also one of the common medium choice in hydroponic. As well, it is created by expanding volcanic glass under extreme high temperature. It is a basically glass-based material, and it is a very porous, having good strength, and that is we are using in a small type of hydroponic farming, that is called a perlite. Okay, this is the basic definition of perlite. Rock wool, you have heard about rock wool? Rock wool is you can see that rock wool in a fish tank, where they are using some porous material on that underwater plants are going to grow. So it is basically rock wool has been used so popularly either by hobbyist for a commercial farmer in the recent year. This material is created by melting rock and spinning them into a bundle of filament fiber. It is 100% of porous material, and it is a very versatile and inert growing medium which can be used as a standalone material and many type of hydroponic system, especially um, It is a use at a hydroponic farming system. So it is a porous material on which we can grow, and it will be going to support hydroponic plant roots. Root can easily insert in rock wool material. Expanded clay pellets. Also, it is called Lika. We are using some round shape of pellets with the porosity. Porosity is necessary for making system moist, and it will support the root to grow inside. So sometimes we are using some small stone like Lika to support the plant in hydroponic plantation. It is created by heating the clay until it expands into small round pellets. So clay are going to heat it at high temperature, and after high temperature it will be come in a shape of a spherical, and small pellets are porous. They can use in hydroponic farming for supporting the plant root. So vermiculite is also used like perlite, and it is a mined material that is made from expanding pebbles under extreme heat. So we are going to heat this material, and it will be after heat it will become porous, and that porous material is used for supporting the root of hydroponic plant. This one is a support system. Now we come here with the nutrients system. Why nutrients is needed for hydroponic farming? It is needed to grow. There is some disturbance. Please mute. Please mute your. Hello. There is some disturbance is coming from some students background. Please mute. Hello. Okay. Now we see which type of nutrients plant need. What plant need to survive and grow? Plant need oxygen, carbon dioxide, light, water, and nutrients. There is a two type of nutrients are there. One regular nutrients, and sometimes they need micronutrients. Plant get oxygen and carbon dioxide from environment for respiration. Light supply plant with the energy which is used in the photosynthesis process to make food. They get light from natural light from the sun or artificial light from grow bulb. Water give plant moisture. Nutrients in the water are what the soilless grower are in total control to let plant reach their full potential grow. For full potential grow, the plant need basically oxygen, carbon dioxide, light, water, and nutrients. So now we see which type of nutrients they are needed. One of the first and most necessary nutrients is nitrogen. Nitrogen is a primary food for plant growth, especially the vegetative growth plant phase. So whatever the vegetative plant grow and they generate vegetable, they need nutrients to grow their fruit. No nitrogen, no leaves produce. For leaves, it is necessary to add nitrogen in micronutrients essentially. It plays the vital role in leaf and stem growth. Whatever stem of a plant are there, the nitrogen plays very important role, and it color and size also. Chlorophyll, aminic acid, coenzymes, and protein synthesis. So all that process need nitrogen. So nitrogen is one of the important nutrients for plant stem growth and color and leaves. Second micronutrients is phosphorus. Phosphorus is vital for photosynthesis, and is one of the component of DNA of plant. The generic memory until unit of plants. That means the plant having DNA, and the growth of DNA is based on photosynthesis, and photosynthesis will be work under phosphorus nutrients. So which is involved in a speed production and plant vigor. Plants require phosphorus in large amount at the early phase of the seeding. When we seeding, the plant very much need phosphorus, and for germination, that is growth of plant from seed, and flowering stage. When flowers are generated at that time, also phosphorus is needed. So it is responsible for the formation of seed, root, and flowering and fruit. So all need a photosynthesis, and photosynthesis need phosphorus as a micronutrients. Okay. The last one is a potassium. Potassium. The potassium is used in all stage of plant growth, and all stage from seeding to fruit generation. Potassium is a most important part in hydroponic farming. It helps synthesis sugar, starch, and carbohydrate. It also play a certain role in the development of root, stem, and flowers. Plant with sufficient potassium have good resistance to bacteria and insect. It will act as a disinfectant for plant growth. It will save plant from bacterial and insect damage. So this is the use of potassium in hydroponic farming. Then the plant need calcium. Fast growing flower and vegetable need calcium nearly as much as micronutrients. It is necessary for cell formation and development. So calcium is also very much needed for growth of a plant. Then magnesium is needed. Again, fast growing plant also need magnesium in large amount. Magnesium is essential to chaurasiya production. It help create the oxygen through photosynthesis, and is recognized in a healthy and vigorous plant. So some plant also need magnesium for their growth, for generation of fruits and flower. And there is one more nutrient needed, that is sulfur. Sulfur is a component of 21 amino acid. Amino acid is most important part in plant growth, that form a protein, many hormones, and vitamins, including vitamin B. So generation of vitamins and 21 different type of amino acid, sulfur is needed for plant. This is the basic macronutrients which is needed for plant. Along with there is a requirement of zinc, magnesium, iron, boron, calcium. So all that other nutrients quantity is very low, but they need for growth of fruit, flower, and vegetable in hydroponic farming. How does pH affect nutrient availability? So you see there is a different pH value of water. The ideal neutral pH of water is 7. When we move towards the left side, in that 6.5, 6, 5.5, 5, 4.54. As we go lower side, then it will become strong acid. If you go to 2 or 3, then it is a sulfuric and hydrochloric acid. And when we move towards the right side, then it is a strong become alkaline. So 7.5, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, all are alkaline. In hydroponic farming, first step is converting regular water into RO water, having a pH value is neutral. So we first now make any available water into 7 pH, that is a neutral pH, and on the base of that pH, we are going to add the quantity of nutrients in water. So for good growth of plant, we always need RO water for circulation of nutrients with the water. There is one method how we are going to create a nutrient solution. The nutrients which is coming in market, it is a concentrated form. and we mix a fixed quantity of nutrients with the water. So for different nutrients, there is a different ratio which we can see in ahead. And if you add more nutrient than required, then plant get damaged. And if we supply low nutrient value, then growth of plant is very slow. So for each plant, there is some calculation, which is a study from last 20 years. On the basis of that study, they are having some thumb rule. In that thumb rule, we fix the quantity of water is added in the nutrient to supply nutrient to all plants. So there is some process we should go for set a pH value, then we kept temperature, and we manage pH level, ppm of the nutrient in order to adjust it accordingly. Change the reservoir water and nutrient solution several times a month. When a particular time is reaches for ideal stage, then we should completely change that water and nutrients, and again we circulate new and fresh water with the calculated nutrients value. There is one meter is came here which can calculate how much nutrients are there in the water. So it is all calculated science where all parameter will be calculated, and on the base of that calculation the process of hydroponic farming is going on. Now we complete the nutrients. Now we come grow light. As it name grow light means it is needed for plant to grow their stems, their leaves, their flowers. So light is most important element in hydroponic farming or in the regular farming, because photosynthesis is not possible without light. So there is a different types of grow light available in market which can help plant to grow. So why do plant need light? For survival, plant need food. However, they don't actively seek the food like a human, because they are study at one place. So they need sunlight to grow their food with the help of sunlight. So in food, basically sugars through the process called photosynthesis. Plants store the light energy in a green pigment of their leaves called chaurasiya. This can be explained by the reaction carbon dioxide plus water plus light. It convert into glucose and oxygen plus carbon dioxide. So for a plant, it need light to grow food for themselves. So types of grow lights are there. First type of light is the CFL, compact fluorescent light. So before LED, we are using CFL in our home. So that CFL is basic compact fluorescent light which can use for growing plant, and it is easily available anywhere at a hardware shop. Then second one is HPS, high pressure sodium light. The high pressure sodium light having a yellow color. You can see the bandstand. They are using yellow color light. That is a queen necklace. There they are using high pressure sodium light. So then next one is a metal eyelid. Then MH emit light at a blue range of the spectrum. Always all lights have their own spectrum. So for different spectrum, they are using different types of light. There is a ceramic metal halide are also there. The ceramic metal halide lights seem like MH, but it work quite differently and more effective. CMH has a much wider light spectrum than MH and HPS, and it is a better lifespan than two. Sodium light and metal halide light are low life as compared to CMH light. So there is a different types of light on the basis of plant and size of plant are going to use in hydroponic farming. Now the best light which having very good life, and we can change the color of that light, that is a LED light, that called light emitting diode. LED light come later in the indoor gardening world, but it is such an efficient method compared to other light. They produce much light with the little electric consumption. In other light, they are converting electricity sometime very high temperature, but LED light are a very cool light, and it consume very less power. So they produce much light with little electricity consumption. LED are incredible light weight. The weight of a light is very low. They run cool, and usual have built-in cooling out of the box. The box itself as a heat sink act as for a LED light, which will easily remove to atmosphere. So LED are made up from many diode, and grower can customize which light wavelength, light color they need for plant. However, LED are expensive, and they tend to take lot of space. So we are using mostly LED light because you can control the color of LED. Diya Srivastav asking some question, please.
Yes, sir. So why do we need a light wavelength color for the plants and
What is
not a
happening? Yeah, what is happening? The plant need a different spectrum of light. Okay. In sunlight, there is a 7 color in that light. So plant need some spectrum of light. So in study and research, people are going to place the same plant under different type of light, and they may see that with some spectrum of light, the growth of plant is very fast and very good. So according to that basis, the light is going to selected. Some plant grow well in white light, some plant grow well in a pink light, some plants and vegetables can grow in blue light. So there is a multiple option in single LED light available, where we can change the intensity and color of LED light. So because of that, we are using LED light. Okay.
I don't know.
okay.
बटन दाबले ना मी.
Now we hello. Please silent. Please hello. Amar Aryan Patak. Aryan Patak. There is some disturbance. Please mute. Please mute your.
Okay.
Please mute yourself. Thank
Sir,
you.
can you make me the co-host so that I can mute them?
Okay.
This is Bhagyashri, ma'am.
Bhagyashri, I may co-host to Bhagyashri ma'am.
Yeah, you can co-host me so that I can mute them.
Yeah, now you are co-host. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
I had a doubt too.
please.
Yeah. So the water farming which we had, which you were explaining previously, I was noting down the points and I came through a doubt that sometimes all the microorganisms can, affect the water, or they can make the water dirty. So we'll have to change it all the time,
So
isn't it?
what is happening in that? As I told in our previous session, after a particular time, that means after 1 month or 45 days, whole water should be replaced. Same water is not going to use again and again, because when plant grow, some microorganism from plant is added in water, and it will affect the
Sir,
nutrition.
you are not audible.
So in that case, when the transmissibility of water is low, that means dirt and dust are accumulated in water. So that water should be changed after periodic time.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, you are not audible, sir.
But screen is visible, madam.
Yes, yes. Screen is
Yeah,
visible.
screen is visible.
Yes, yes. Sir, screen is visible and now you are audible, sir.
Okay, okay. In a particular period of time, the water which is going to use for hydroponic farming should be replaced, because some dust will be accumulated in water. Some microorganism outside will also add it. So at a particular time, the water should be replaced. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Now we go with the hydroponic plants. Which plant are best grown in hydroponic? So hydroponic have some limitation in that some best plant can be grow in hydroponic system. All plants are not possible to grow in hydroponic system. So which plant are best to grow in hydroponic, we learn here. You can grow anything in hydroponic provided that you create a proper setup and supply plant with sufficient nutrients balance. But you should not take that mindset and grow anything you want in that. This is because some plant will grow absolutely well in hydroponic while other do not bring expected yield. So we try to go
Hello.
that.
So again you are not audible. Hello.
Madam, my voice is clear here, but
Yeah, in between somewhere it was new.
now it is okay, madam. It is coming. Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what is I'm saying? They many plant will grow in hydroponic farming, but not at all plants are well grow in hydroponic. We can grow, but the yield we are not taking. So which type of plants we are going to uh, cultivate in hydroponic farming, we can see here. This is because some plant will grow absolute well in hydroponic while the other do not bring accepted yield. We can grow any plant, but the expected yield is not came. At the same time, some plant need you for their special care and installation to survive. So all time we are not able to control the grow plant. To give some recommendation for beginner, it is better that you being with something else that thrive in hydroponic first. So some, let's go the list. Vegetable, in vegetable we can grow lettuce, spinach, tomato, even kela can be grow in a vegetable. When we go with the herbs, that is parsley, chive, oregano, mint can be grow in hydroponic farming. For fruit point of view, we can grow strawberry and hot pepper. These type of plant are fun to grow, work great in hydroponic, and are not a plant to pain to start with. So this type of basic plant, you can start as a beginner with lettuce, spinach, tomato, kela, parsley, chive, oregano, mint, strawberry, pepper. So start with this type of plant, and when you are getting the control, you can grow other another plants in hydroponic farming. What not to grow first? So there is some plant which is basically designed by nature, which can grow well in soil. So that type of plant is sometimes not possible to grow, and we cannot get a good yield of production. So these are the deep root crops which need a very deep soil, just like potato, carrot, are not well grown in hydroponic farming. So there is also a large plant that is melons, squash, pumpkin, corn. They are also not going to give good result in hydroponic farming. They need a solid base, and they need a very good soil for expansion. So some of that plant are not give you good yield while growing in hydroponic plantation. Now we conclude this session. if you enjoy the session, would you mind sharing it on social media? Just click the social icon for your screen to share. Okay. So this method of producing plants in your kitchen or even your dining table. I will show you one hydroponic grown plant with me, which will take 45 days to grow. I am growing some bamboo in a small hydroponic farming. Now I will stop the sharing this and I will show you. Am I visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah, I can show you one hydroponically grown plant. You can see this plant.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can even see the roots are there under some grow medium is there. Some stones are there which can hold the plant. So you can easily see this type of hydroponic plant you can place on your kitchen. In that you can grow some lettuce, even a small cherry tomato you can produce inside that. You can grow palak, and there is some micro green vegetables are there. They can grow such type of session, and it will be look like a decorative material. We can add one air pump in outside, so from there we can run airflow to the root, and after that we can add a LED light. So adding LED light will act as a grow light for this medium, and this type of plantation you can grow at your home. So you can start hydroponic with very basic. In that you take a Bisleri bottle, you cut the neck of that bottle, pour the water and add some nutrient, and you can place a small air pump which can use at a fish tank. So you get air and minerals with that. So this type of hydroponic farming you can start from your own home. So this is our complete session of hydroponic farming. I can show you some photo of a real and actual plant. Is the screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I will show you one hydroponic plant which we had made and we are using. So you can see you can see this photo.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, in
Yes, sir, it's visible.
in left side and right
Yes,
side
yes.
all are NFT plant where you can see black pipes are there, and all the nutrients are flowing through that pipe. When you see left side, on the right side you can see it is a recollecting water. That means this black pipe will add the water with nutrient, and it will recollect it and again recirculate to reservoir tank. So this is a basic poly house for hydroponic farming. You can see all the plant are elevated at a particular 3 to 4 feet height. I can show you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
1 minute. There is some. Are you able to see this photo? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
This is a very
Yes, sir.
small hydroponic plant is there. In that, you can see there is a three grow cubes are placed here, and you see on the top there is a light with multiple color, that is a blue, red, green. So combination of this color will be generated as a pink light. Now when we change the color, we can change the light. There is a three basic provision in this system. We can create a three different type of light. There is a some network error is there, so still wait for a minute.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can I ask something?
Yeah. Now we can take all questions with you, please.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that just now you showed a plant which you grew at home. So
Yeah.
I wanted to ask that what kind of plant you grew?
What kind of plant we grow?
Yeah, like which fruit or which vegetable?
Yeah, you grow in fruit. You can grow cherry tomato. You can grow strawberry in hydroponic farming. Again, you can grow some small. You what about chili? You can grow chili. Even you can grow lime in hydroponic farming. When we move towards lettuce, then that is lolo rosso is there, then butterhead is there. After that, you can grow palak inside your home. So this type of basic plants will give us a very good yield in hydroponic farming system. I can show one photo. Are you able to see this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
In this, if you see that left side, it is a cherry which is grown in hydroponic farming. Second one, we are lettuce for mode two. You see, there is a three different light combination is there. For fruit, we need white light. For lettuce, we need pink light. And for some money plant like plants, bamboo, they need blue light. So this light come with three different option. Just to press the button, the light convert from white to pink and pink to blue light. So this type of basic hydroponic plant you can grow, make in-house. This is made from some vegetable tray. We are using one air pump inside, and one light with two vertical pillar. So this type of plants we can grow inside our home. So these are the some plants which can, this is a lettuce which can be grow in hydroponic farming. This is a complete farming in here. This is a butterhead. This is a lolo rosso, and these are different lettuce which can grow in hydroponic farming. This is a one small plantation system. We can use our regular pipe. You can see this pipe, and with some air circulation pump is there, and by making simple structure you can uh, create this type of hydroponic farming on the top of your building terrace. Is it visible to all? Hello?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Sir, this is Bhagyashree here. I just had a question.
Please.
Hello.
Yeah, you can ask
Am I
it.
audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, we are going. Are you going to give us a setup, total ready setup for the project for the display?
For display, I bring some small setup. This is very big setup. I bring two setup for hydroponic farming. One which I had shown you, which will be grow bamboo, and I bring one more setup to show people for how the hydroponic farming is working. I come up with a setup.
Okay.
So
One.
okay.
Sorry.
I come with the two different setup.
So your voice is break.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Am I audible?
Yeah, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. I am coming with two different setup to show hydroponic farming for people who are coming to see our science exhibition. Okay.
Okay. So there will be two displays, right?
Yeah, two
One
displays
will be
there.
the actual,
Yeah.
one will be the actual plant which is totally grown,
Yes.
and one will be the how to grow it, right?
Right. We bring all the two
Okay.
setup for you, and some basic component which is needed for hydroponic farming. That also we bring with us.
So we don't have to do anything. We will be only displaying it, and children will be explaining it, right?
Right.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That was my question.
These are some basic setup.
Excuse me, sir. I had a question.
Yeah, please. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Sir, sometimes hydroponic farming can get a bit expensive. So you have any like ideas in a very small place we can do all of these add all of these equipments and make the hydroponic farming?
Yeah. The basic you understand one thing. Hydroponic is not that much costly. As a beginner, as a student level, what we do, we take some simple reusable material in our society. You take a waste bottle, waste can. What is the basic need of hydroponic farming? One is the air pump, which is used to circulate oxygen at add in water. There is some nutrients needed, so a small drop you can place in a liquid, it will be add nutrients. And need of basic holding that grow cube, you can see this white color cube is there, it is a grow cube, it is needed to just hold the hydroponic plants. So even you can take some small box, it is a waterproof, or you can take a pipe. This is a basic simple pipe which is used for plumbing work. We create some hole at the top, and it will be become a hydroponic plant. So there is a multiple method. You when you go to YouTube channel, how simply you make hydroponic plantation for yourself, then there is a multiple video and a simple DIY, do it yourself systems are there from which you can generate. So in our exhibition time, we are go through all that activity, and I am going to give you assignment. I am coming on 21st, that is a Saturday, for a practical demonstration and one-to-one discussion with you. So you better understand how this technology will work. And on the 28 and 29, you are going to display all these things. So for that preparation, we are taking this seminar before your present exhibition. So you common sense is very much needed for development of any product. So you see what waste material is at your surrounding, which can hold water, which can hold a plant, and you can make some plants from that. I will show you some photos. You can see. Yeah, this one is a simple transparent acrylic pipe. In that pipe, we cut 5 holes, and we place the plant and add a pipe with air bubble. So you can see very nice and very beautiful plant are grown in that. and we add some colorful stones in that, so it become a simple hydroponic system for decoration. I added some light inside. When we grow light, it will be look like very aesthetic. This is some plant which can grow in hydroponic farming. Here you can see the hydroponic basic pot we had taken, and we create a simple hydroponic system with the water pump. Here you can see the cavity is there, and at the bottom one pump is there which can add create air bubble, which is added oxygen to water, and after that we add plants in that. So it is a basic system of hydroponic farming. Hello and namaste. This is Dr. Vikal Chaurasiya. I present you one hydroponic farming at home. This is a set of system where we can grow 3 different plants in our grow cube. This is a grow cube where we can place hydroponic plant. We had water tank with pump and airflow arrangement. So water get rich with oxygen, and water is continuous going to circulate in this tank. There are two vertical pillar on which we had installed special type of light which is required to grow the plant. There is a 3 different option in light. So according to plant, you can change the intensity and color of light. Now you can see the color will change. Again, there is a 3 setting. Now the color is changed. So you can easily see there is a 3 different color available with our system, and as per selected plant you can choose the color theme for flower or vegetable plants in hydroponic system. So this is a basic system which you can easily install at your home and grow your lettuce, cherry tomato and multiple vegetables in house. Thank you. So now question answer session we can take. So any student having any doubt, they can ask their question.
Then you can raise your hand and ask your question. Okay.
If there is any confusion, you can type your question in chat box.
So I just wanted to ask, can you share this PPT with me?
Yeah, I will already send this PPT to your teacher. You can ask the PPT from your teacher.
Yeah, this is Bhageshri, sir.
Pardon?
Yeah, this is Bhageshri, ma'am. I just wanted the PPT.
Yeah, Darshana madam is there. No? I already shared with Darshana madam.
Ratna, ma'am. Yeah.
You can collect from him or her.
Okay.
You just WhatsApp me. I will send to you. And again, the recording.
Okay, sir.
Again, the recording of today's session, I will edit it and upload in YouTube, and the link will be shared with you. So same link you can share to the student. So the student who are not came here or he need much more clarity, he can go through that video. So student, please ask any question in your mind. You should ask question, because what is happening, if you are not going to talk in this session, then it is very difficult to all of you when you present on 28 and 29 science hackathon. At that time people are asking thousand of question, so at least you ask 2 3 question. So also I understand that you are go through whole session and learn something from hydroponic farming session. Any question from your side?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir, it's Vaishnavi. I wanted to ask that you showed a plant that you grew at your home. So I wanted to ask that which growing medium you used. Like, uh,
Yeah, I am using some stones which is available in market. That is a porous stone, and it will be hold the plant very well. Along with I am using some colored stone which can make a whole system very aesthetically good. So that type of stone we are using, and when we came there, we come up with some stone which can you see and touch and feel are there. Some choir sheet are there. So at the time of exhibition, we will bring all that material to show how they are look like and how we are handle that stones for plant. Darshana, having any question?
okay.
Yes, sir. I have a doubt that you showed us that a planting of means you were planting with the dripping systems, and it was planted somewhere on the terrace or something. So I want to ask, that is a dripping system. So can we do that in the small place?
Yeah, we can. What is happening for a small place? We need a deep water culture, because in a dripping system, the moisture level inside room is going to increase, because whole spraying system is not absorbed by plant. So best way to place a plant in a house, we need a deep water culture system. In that fixed quantity of water is stored in base tank, and we are using air pump to enrich that water with oxygen. So I am suggesting that is for a small plant we go for deep water culture, and for a big plant like at your terrace we can go for NFT plant, because yield of NFT plant is very high, but special caretaking is needed for that plantation. So always
Means
go for,
if we do if we do the hydroponics farming in the home,
Mhm.
or in the small place, we can afford the deep farming culture, no?
Yeah, yeah. Deep water culture is very simple and economical system.
Okay, okay. Thanks.
So thank you. Anyone having question? Please ask. Okay. Now what we do in simple, step by step, every student should conclude today's session, what they learn in this 2 hour session. So I understand from your side whatever technology we are going to discuss in this session, and accordingly we are going to prepare all students for 28 and 29 science hackathon. So I request all of students they speak in this session, and explain what they learn in this hydroponic session. Okay. I think
Yes, sir.
Darshana, you can start
Yes.
what you
Yes,
learned
sir.
in this session.
So definition of the hydroponics is, the hydroponics is made from the two words. Hydro means water and phonics means labor,
Correct.
and hence the working water. It's raw meaning. Hydro means hydroponics is a method of growing the plants without the soil. So means it we can use it on the land. They are not able to grow land with means that not have minerals. There are 6 types of hydroponics farming, and the means the For big plants, we will use the big plants. We will use the NFT procedure, NFT hydroponics system, and for the small plants, we at home we can use the deep water culture.
Okay. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Yashi Shena is there. Please.
Yes, sir. Yes, so I have learned certain things about hydroponics. So I have learned in hydroponics, hydroponics is a technique wherein the plant is dipped into a nutrient-rich water solution. I have learned the 6 types of hydroponics, which is the wick system. So in wick system, there is a soft fabric ring known as wing, and which is dipped into a solution. Then there is a deep water culture (DVC). In that, the plant grows into a net pot, which is filled with clay, pebbles, and etc. And then it is oxygenated by a air pump. Then there is a EBB and flow. In this, there is a timer which controls the water pumping cycle.
Right.
After that, there is drip cycle. So this system uses a pump to feed the plants with nutrients and water regularly.
Very good.
Then is the NFT. So it is the best process. From in that there is a nutrient pump, and it is used to deliver the fertilized water. Then we have the aeroponic system, wherein there is a sprinkler. After that, I have learned some benefits and downsides. The benefits can include control level of the nutrition, and the downsides can include the charges.
Right.
After that, I've learned the growing media. So there is the coconut coir, then fertile, then rock wool, then leca, and then vermicultile. After that, I've learned the Nutri Guide. So there are macronutrients, known
Very good. Very good.
nitrogen, and sulfur. So these are the important macronutrients needed for the plant. After that, I have learned the pH effect, like how the pH affects the availability and the creating and mixing of a hydroponic nutrient. Then I've learned the lights, the grow lights, which are the CFL, HPS, CM, MH, and the last LED. Then yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else can explain what they learned today's session? Yes. Hello.
Yeah, that is Dia. Dia, you can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So this was a very empowering session, and we learned a lot about hydroponics, many detailed descriptions as well. And hydroponics is a very popularized method where you can grow plants in the absence of soil. And you need a few core ingredients to start with hydroponic farming. And there are many methods. You need oxygen, carbon dioxide, light, water, and nutrients. These are the basic ingredients. And there are many systems and setups that you can use for hydroponic, such as the wick system. It is considered to be the most simple system, and it works by pumping the nutrient solution from the reservoir up to the plants. And the next method is deep water culture, DWC. It is a very active hydroponic system. It is used by hanging a net pot on the plants by floating a foam platform, and the roots are submerged in the nutrient solution. And then it is a nutrient film technique, NFT, which is considered to be the best method to do hydroponic farming. And it works continuously by the flowing nutrient solution into the grow tray. and it does not require a basic timer. And then it is aeroponics. It is the most high-tech technology,
Yes.
and it includes a timer as well, which controls the nutrient solution that pumps into the plants, and it sprays the solution. And the spray cycle is considered to be more quicker than any other methods.
Right.
And they need many nutrients such as nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus,
That is the micronutrients needed for plant.
magnesium, and essential for the yes. And then we need any types of grow lights such as LED, CFL,
CFL.
and HPS, high pressure sodium lights. Yes. And there are many benefits and downsides of hydroponic farming as well. And hydroponic farming makes farming quicker than the old traditional method that we were using from the days. And hydroponic farming comes up with health benefits as well. And the downsizes might be the space needed for the hydroforming setup.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. So now I request Bhagyashree madam to conclude this session, and I will send all detail to madam, and you circulate this data to student. I am coming on 21st January. So there we can discuss in detail in all the different technologies.
Yeah, sir, I have already messaged you on the chat that can you share your number so that I can connect with you for the link as well as the recording of today's session. And I thank you for guiding us for this session along with the Cambria International School. And I am thanking all my children also for joining on the 11th hour because I didn't make them aware of it. So thank you very much. It was a very inspiring and very informative session for all of us.
Also,
Thank you once again.
thanks to Cambridge International School, and first time I found a, very intelligent student at this level. I am go through always I am taking session with the engineering college, but the capability of your school is much more than engineering student. So thanks very much
Yes.
to all of you. We can meet on 21st January at your school. The timing is 10 to 3 p.m. Okay. So
Yeah.
we
So can you ping me on the WhatsApp for
yeah,
this
I send my
for
number
the
in chat
details?
box. You can just give me a message. I will send all detail to you, madam.
Okay, you have sent me the number.
Yeah, I
Just a
have
moment.
the chat box. You can see the number is shared. That is 8286 111191.
Yes, yes.
And
Okay, sir.
Dr. Vikal chaurasiya, you can just text message me. I will send all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also like to thank Bipin sir and Meenal ma'am and our principal ma'am, Hina ma'am, for making this session happen. And I thank everyone once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you.